Hello everyone, my name is Prathik, I'm from Team Luminoso. So today, let's imagine that we are actually working for a company called Keurig, which is a coffee machine manufacturing company. And let's say you really want to understand what are the strengths of your company, what are some of the areas where you can actually improve, and how do we actually perform when compared to other coffee machine manufacturers such as Breville or Mr. Coffee. And for doing a comprehensive competitor analysis, or we're actually doing a full-fledged SWOT analysis, we'll be using Luminoso Daylight. So let's get into it. For anybody who wants to be a very intelligent shopper, Luminoso Daylight is for you. At an enterprise level, we see professionals such as product managers, brand managers, people who work in market research firms, data analysts, people who lead customer experience operations, people who want to understand the pulse of the customer, people want to understand what kind of messaging needs to be driven around a particular product. We call them product marketing managers. So whoever wants to understand what is actually present in the millions and thousands of product reviews, if you want to understand that very quickly in a no-code format, you can use Luminoso Daylight. So Daylight specializes in surfacing insights from unstructured text formats. It can be employee surveys, it can be customer feedback surveys, it can be interactions that companies have with customers that they want to document and analyze later. So in this video, we'll be seeing Amazon reviews pertaining to coffee machine brands, and we're going to see how you can use Daylight to actually perform a very comprehensive SWOT analysis. So let's start with the first letter in SWOT, which is S, which stands for strengths. So we're now starting with what's called as the galaxy view on Daylight. This view or this page is the window into how the Daylight engine works. The terms that you can see here are arranged by concept, association, strengths. You can drag concepts around to actually see which are the concepts that are closely related to each other, related to the concept that you've selected. To analyze strengths of the Keurig coffee machine, which is the K Supreme coffee machine, we take into consideration 4 and 5-star reviews. We can filter them out using the feature on Daylight, as we can see over here. And we are now particularly interested in these two concepts, pod and water reservoir. So let's investigate and see what it's all about. So Daylight gives the flexibility to immediately look at corresponding documents when we select a particular concept on the galaxy view of Daylight. So here, when we've selected water reservoir and we've opened some of the matched documents, we can look for matched documents either on an exact basis, or we can also scan for documents which are conceptually aligned. So here, this is a 5-star rating, which says that they really love the slim design and easy to fill water reservoir feature. Similarly, we selected the pod concept, and when we opened one of the matched documents, we're able to see that the collection of coffee pods which are provided in the market are excellent, which allows the user to pick from a wide range of flavors. And the user also says that there are many companies such as Starbucks and Dunkin' that provide Keurig pods of their coffee blends. Now, when we analyze these reviews in the driver's view of Daylight, this is what we get. So driver's view helps us understand how concepts are associated with the numerical metadata of your project. So here the numerical metadata of the project are product review ratings, right, out of 5. And then when we actually analyze, let's say, two particular concepts here, such as water reservoir and just reservoir, we're able to see that the concept called, termed as reservoir is found in almost 240 documents, and the rating associated with it is well above average, and the concept is stated completely as water reservoir, and we can definitely see that this concept is uh, definitely a positive score driver when it comes to analyzing 4 and 5 star ratings of the Keurig machine. Now, when we switch over to the sentiment view of Daylight, in this view, we can explore the tone that users typically use when they describe different concepts in their responses, using concept level sentiments. When we click on any particular concept, we see what was said about it within the context of the full response. Now that we've selected water reservoir, we analyze that 75% are positive matches for the concept water reservoir and 25% are negative matches. Similarly, when we want to analyze the sentiment behind a concept called quiet, which is definitely a positive driver, we understand that this is a very quiet machine. It does not produce any sounds, which can have positive and negative sentiments around it. And to explore it further, we can always click on download more matches, and you actually get a dedicated Excel file that's immediately exported. Or we can always select more number of documents, and we can create a separate Daylight project to analyze in depth. So if we have to tabulate our findings with respect to this SWOT analysis, we can conclude that the well-designed water reservoir is definitely one of the key strengths of the Keurig coffee machines. And this fact or this feature can definitely be used in more number of marketing campaigns. These can be used in sales pitches whenever prospective customers are asking for what really differentiates Keurig from its competitors. So now let's analyze the second letter in SWOT, which stands for weaknesses. So for us to analyze the weaknesses of the Keurig machines, we'll be looking at 1 and 2 star reviews when it comes to these coffee machines. When we look at the unique themes and conversation clusters when it comes to the 1 and 2 rated reviews of Keurig coffee machines, the term descaling really stands out, right? It's being discussed much more than compared to other themes over here. So when we selected the descale light as a concept, and when we open one of the matched documents, we see that the user says, after spending over $150 for coffee makers and following all the directions to descale, I had to duct tape over flashing descale light that will not go off. So this is definitely a red flag. And when we move around the concepts in the galaxy view, we see that the concepts reset and descale light often move in close connection with each other. So this is proof that they are connected to each other much more than their connections with other concepts. So similarly, when we select the reset concept, and when we open one of the corresponding documents, when I say documents, I mean the product review, we see that the user is saying that the K Supreme machine has a flaw which requires you to reset the thermostat inside by making you take the entire machine apart. The user also says that he or she won't be looking at any Keurig machine. So this is also a red flag. Similarly, when we check in the sentiment window or the sentiment view for descaling, uh, we understand it much deeper and in a much clearer manner. So to summarize, the weaknesses include issues pertaining to the reset button, the descaling light, and this can definitely be routed to the support team to develop an action plan to resolve this on a case by case basis for now. And it can be routed to the product team or the feature development team to definitely include the solutions to this as part of the product roadmap. Now coming to the third letter in SWOT, which is O, which stands for opportunities. So how would we analyze opportunities when it comes to Keurig's company or their product? We we will analyze the 1 and 2 star product reviews when it comes to their competitors. So now we'll be analyzing the 1 and 2 star product reviews of Mr. Coffee and the Breville barista machines. These are the associated unique themes when it comes to 1 and 2 star reviews of Mr. Coffee and the Breville Barista Express machines. We can see that uh, there's a lot to do with um, the product being repaired or to be returned. There is definitely some issue with leakage. There's some, generally there are issues with coffee machines around the pressure or the pot or the basket. So we'll try to ignore them and we'll try to look at issues that are more specific um, to these machines. So let's start looking at one of these concepts. So the concept called basket pertains to around 30% of the matches when it comes to 1 and 2 star reviews for our competitors. So this says that with respect to the Mr. Coffee machine in particular, the basket does not fit tightly. So that's one issue that we've been able to highlight, which is continuously being surfaced. Now, when we look at the concept called leak, we see that it's pertaining to around 98% negative matches, and we see that leakage is definitely an issue which is being mentioned in almost 25 to 24% of the documents that we are analyzing over here. Similarly, if we analyze the term contact, contact in the sense probably whenever they're trying to call customer care or probably whenever they're trying to contact the company for any issue, we see that it's being reflected as a negative match. So there might be some issues pertaining to customer service or just customer experience in general. So to summarize opportunities, our competitors have customer service and customer experience issues, and they have some product related issues such as leakage. These can be leveraged in marketing campaigns as well, and these can be leveraged for e-commerce content pages or website landing pages, wherein it can be definitely mentioned that Keurig machines um, have have a good product design. They and we offer good customer service. We can just describe the customer service in depth, which correlates to the issues that customers have been facing with our competitors. So these can definitely be the action points. So now let's come to the last letter in SWOT, which is threats. Here we'll be analyzing what are the tasks or what are the action items that our competitors are doing really well. So for this, like you guess, we'll be analyzing the 4 and 5 star product reviews belonging to our competitors. So this is the galaxy view when we select 4 and 5 star ratings belonging to our competitors. We see that there's there's a theme around consistency, grind size, the cup, related to the exact specific sort of nomenclatures. pertaining to quality. And then we definitely have a theme around the quality of the milk froth. Um, and then we have a theme around Starbucks, Americano, cappuccino, things related to what we find in coffee shops. So let's get deeper with this analysis. So we see that our competitors are extremely good when it comes to offering adjustable grind sizes. Um, Customers are saying that they're easy to clean, and customers are also saying that the milk frothing capability is pretty cool, and it's a game changer. So these are some of the tasks that our competitors are doing really well. And another feature could be that of the 5 cup feature that Mr. Coffee offers. So to summarize the things that our competitors are doing really well, they're offering more quantity in a single time usage. They're offering superior froth quality. They're offering customizable or adjustable grind sizes, and customers are also saying that these machines are easy to clean. So to summarize the action points, the top 3 or 4 action points that can be taken by different teams within Keurig's company are as follows. What strengths do we focus on? We focus on the fact that the product design is pretty cool. It can be leveraged in sales pitches and marketing campaigns. What are some of our internal weaknesses? There are some product issues which have been surfaced, such as problems related to descaling, problems related to the descale light which is present. So this can be corrected in the feature roadmap. And coming to our opportunities, what are some of the things that other companies are not able to do out there? Something that we can capitalize on, something that we can leverage. These are customer service issues that our competitors have, and some product related issues that we might not have in our product, something for us to investigate. And some of the threats, are that our competitors have machines that offer some degree of customizations. The froth quality is pretty awesome, and the fact that they're very easy to clean. So these also can be included as part of our research objectives for the next quarter, or we can include these features in our feature roadmap, either within the product, or we can give some complementary products along with our primary product itself. Well, there are several ways of solving problems, but this is definitely some quick analysis that we've been able to do with respect to the Keurig K Supreme coffee machine. So what are you waiting for? Now you can get an extended free trial version for yourself. All you have to do is put down your work email address in the comment section, or reach out to us saying you saw the video, you're working for so and so company, and we would love to help you out with an extended version of our free trial. Looking forward to hearing from all of you. Thank you.